What is good, people? Welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to talk about centre backs. So what exactly makes a good centre back? We can't all be Van Dijk, Maldini, JT, Rio Ferdinand. I'm going to give you some top tips on what makes a good centre back. Number one, keep it simple. I think so many players nowadays, especially in centre back, try and overplay or do too much. At the end of the day, you are a defender, you are a centre-back. Your main objective is to look after the ball and not let the ball go in the back of the net. So can you do the basics well? So if you are going to pass, make those simple passes, those 2-yard passes into the midfielder or out to the fullback. Don't try and make those cutting balls when it's not necessarily on. Keep it simple. Number two, positioning. I think people overlook this massively because everyone kind of takes it for granted that they are just good at positioning. I think you look at a number of players who necessarily maybe weren't fast. We're always so shocked how the likes of JT were always in the right position at the right time, even though necessarily weren't the quickest. Positioning is so crucial. Whether you are going to go press the ball, whether you're going to go back, get to the back of the striker to try and nick the ball in front, whether you're going to cover over your centre back as it goes across, positioning is crucial. Number three, composure. So especially nowadays with the modern day centre back, you could say it's all about playing out from the back and being comfortable on the ball. And obviously we all know why it's important to regain possession and make our way up the pitch. So having composure is so important, because if you don't, for example, if you get the ball and you just punt the ball along into the channel and no one gets it, that's not going to help anyone. So can you have that composure on the ball, but also composure off the ball? If the ball gets played over your head and it's going towards your goalkeeper or in between you and him, do you have the composure? Take the touchdown and play it out, or clear it into the channel, whatever you want, but make sure composure. Number four, my favourite, decision making. I think decision making is the most important thing in football, but especially as a defender. Do you dive in? Do you not? Stay on your feet? Do you not? That comes down to our decision making. And I think how can we make our decision making better? It's practice. Whatever you're doing, heading, passing, whatever, decision making comes down to practice. Do you feel comfortable with what you're doing at the right time? Normally, in anything, not just in football but in life, if you're doing something that you're not normally comfortable with, your decision making might be a bit off. It might be somewhere where the ball comes to you. If you've not practiced that, you might just pump it long, or you might take a dodgy first touch. Decision making as well comes down to, do you shuffle in, do you not? That comes down to all those things that we've already spoke about. So making sure decision making is on point. A great defender for me, who's probably one of the best at their decision making, is Van Dijk. Van Dijk and Rio Ferdinand specifically, because they never really dive in. They only do if they have to, or they do it in a way where they're not making rash challenges or those last-ditch tackles that you've heard people say before. Number five, communication. So that's communication amongst your teammates. So when you are in that back line as a centre-back, are you communicating not only with the defensive line but your partner? So if you go out to press the ball or you go over to cover them, make sure you talk behind them. Maybe give a call to a left-back as well. If they go to press the ball, tell them that you're behind them. Tell them that you're going to cover that space. So if they want to play it, if they want to let the player go inside, you're there to make that tackle for them. But yeah, communication as well between the goalkeeper and your centre mids. Having that communication doesn't only just kind of make you look better or make everything better. It makes the team trust you more. And I think as a player as well, trust is the most important element. Do your players around you, your teammates, does the coach trust you? There you go, guys. That's my 5 tips on what makes a world-class centre-back. If you do like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, comment down below who you think is the best centre-back and why. And do they have all those 5 things? I'm pretty sure they will.